Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. Now the news headlines. Patriotic Song Competition organized to mark International Women's Day at SAIL RSP. Karmaveer Award Function held at Contract SAIL Works Department.
51st National Safety Day observed at SAIL Rockler Steel Plant. Every person coming to RSP to work should return home safely, emphasizes Mr. Atanu Bhomik, Director in charge. More than 18,500 children vaccinated through the nationwide Pulse Polio program organized by Ispat General Hospital of SAIL Rockler Steel Plant.
Shrujini Award Function organized at Town Services Department. Karmaveer Award Function held at Repair Shop Electrical Department.
Beyond 100% workshops held at Research and Control Laboratory of SAIL RSP. Sewing training imparted to 20 women at Institute of Periphery Development of RSP.
Shrujini Award Function organized at Crane Maintenance Department. Mushroom cultivation training imparted by SAIL RSP to the nearby villages.
Surajne Award Function organized at Air Conditioning Department. Three students of Ispat English Medium School, Sector 20 of SAIL RSP qualifies NTSC examination 2021.
Now the news in detail. A patriotic song competition, Ae Watan Tere Liye, was held at HRD Center of SAIL Rockler Steel Plant, RSP, on 2nd March 2022 to mark the International Women's Day celebration in the special year of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. In all, 24 employees, both executives and non-executives, participated in the program. The competition was held for two categories, namely men and women. The competition was evaluated by the panel of judges, which comprised the renowned vocalist and gurus of the Steel City, Guru Shri V. Buddha Prasad Rao and Guru Srimati Binapani Rath. The songs presented, both in Odia and Hindi, infused a patriotic fervour to the ambience. The mellifluous rendition ranged from captivating yesteryear songs to present-day compositions like Ae Deshe Ei Mati, Ei Bharata Amo, Tu Hi Ma Janam Bhumi, Ei Mere Watan Ke Logo, Vande Mataram, Ae Watan Tere Liye, and many more. The competition witnessed several budding talents as well as renowned singers showcasing their talents. The winners of the competition will be awarded in the function to be held on Women's Day. A Karmaveer Award function was held at Contract SAIL Works Department of Rockler Steel Plant on 25th February. Mr. Devadatta Satpathy, GM in charge, CCW, presided over the function and handed over the award to Ms. Sonali Nanda, SSW, CCW, for the month of November 2022. Present on the occasion were other senior officers and staff of the department. Mr. Satpathy lauded the senior efforts of Ms. Nanda and urged others to emulate the good work done by her for the improved performance of the department. Ms. Nanda was awarded for her exemplary performance, which helped the department in quick processing of files. She was instrumental in registration and preparing of case file against PR of various departments like plate mill, blast furnace, silicon steel mill, new plate mill and design. The process also included sorting and filing of RFQ copies, preparing scrutiny of case file and sending it to department for 37B note, sorting and placing of tender document in master file after tender is opened. Ms. Nanda's expertise in making of comparative statement before order placement to L1 parties and preparation of monthly data for PF section and data required for corporate office has greatly contributed in improving the performance and image of the department.
The National Safety Week celebrations commenced at SAIL Rockler Steel Plant RSP on 4th March 2022 with observation of the 51st National Safety Day. Mr. Atanu Bhomik, Director in charge RSP, hoisted the safety flag in the Shilpa Konark Monument Complex. Mr. A.K. Kundu, ED Mines, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, EDP and A, Mr. C.R. Mohapatra, CGM in charge MM and Marketing, Mr. A.K. Behuria, CGM F&A, and many other Chief General Managers, heads of the departments, departmental safety officers, other senior officers and a large number of employees of works area attended the ceremony. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Bhomik said, "Safety is everybody's business and must start from each and every person's home." He urged everyone to be safe and to motivate others to be safe as well. Every person coming to RSP to work should return home safely, he emphasized. Safety pledge was administered on the occasion in Odia, Hindi and English by Mr. Asim Kumar Behra, CGM Safety and Fire Services, Mr. Naresh Kumar CGM Services and Mr. Saibal Chakraborty CGM Maintenance. Earlier in the morning, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi hoisted the safety flag at ED Works office. Similarly, in the projects area, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, unfurled the safety flag. Safety pledge was taken on both the occasions and also in different departments. Safety badges were pinned on the senior executives and employees. Safety quiz, elocution and song competitions will be held during the week for the employees. Competitions like quiz and elocution will also be organized for contractual workers to generate awareness. In a special program organized at Ispat General Hospital IGH on 27 February, the Pulse Polio Drive was launched. Dr. N.P. Sahu, CMO Medical, presided over the inaugural program. Present on the occasion were Dr. Jayant Kumar Acharya, Additional CMO, Dr. Manoj Kumar Panigrahi, Additional CMO, Dr. Archana Behra, Deputy CMO, Dr. Satish Chandra, Assistant CMO, doctors, nurses and staff of IGH and parents of children. On the first day, Pulse Polio was administered at different booths set up in the Steel Township. Subsequently, on the second and third days, door-to-door campaign was held to ensure 100% vaccination of children in the age group 0 to 5 years living in the township. In all, 18,680 children were vaccinated during the 3-day program.
A program on Shrujini Creativity Scheme was organized at Town Services Department on 25th February. Mr. A.K. Nayak, CGMTS, presided over the meeting and handed over the awards to the winners of the scheme for their valuable suggestions. Present on the occasion were Mr. B.K. Behra, AGM IED, and other officers and employees of the department. In all, 24 suggestions were awarded, of which 2 have already been implemented. Around 100 new suggestions were generated during the Mela. Mr. Behra briefed the gathering about the status of Shrujini in the plant and department in particular. Mr. S. Garud, Manager TS, and Ms. Nivedita Malik, Executive Assistant TS, coordinated the event, while Mr. S. C. Paricha, Assistant Manager Personnel, proposed a formal vote of thanks. A Karamveer Award function was held at Repair Shop Electrical Department, Shops of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant on 25th February 2022. Mr. P.K. Das, GM Repair Shop Electrical, presided over the function and presented the awards to Mr. Damrudhar Pradhan, Master Technician RSE for the month of November 2021, and Mr. Ashok Kumar Das, Master Technician RSE for the month of December 2021. Present on the occasion were Mr. Kashmir Tirki, DGM RSE, Mr. S. Behra, Manager Personnel, and other senior officers and staff of the RSE department. Mr. Damrudar Pradhan, Master Technician RSE, was awarded for his exemplary work in timely rewinding of a crane motor and a pump motor within the shortest possible time. Notably, these two motors were critically burnt due to continuous operation. These motors were immediately stripped and rewound most efficiently to meet the immediate demand of SWPP and coke ovens respectively. Similarly, Mr. Ashok Kumar Das, Master Technician RSE, was awarded for his outstanding work in repairing of HT motor of plate mill in required time. Notably, the motor was the vital equipment and urgently required for smooth operation of plate mill, as no spare was available with the plate mill department. The awardees spoke about their inspirations and support received from colleagues in accomplishment of the jobs. The senior officers present on the occasion urged the employees to continue their enterprising activities for improving the efficiency of the shops. The program was coordinated by Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Behra, Manager Personnel.
A Beyond 100 Persons workshop was organized at Research and Control Laboratory recently. Mr. Atish Chandra Sarkar, CGM Quality, presided over the meeting. Present on the occasion were other senior officers and employees of the department. The session included a talk on road safety by Mr. P.K. Mitra, GM RNC Lab. As RNC Lab is responsible for the quality of different products in the plant, a special orientation program was conducted for the RNC Lab team and specially for the new employees posted in Hot Strip Mill 2 with regard to the new technologies and facilities acquired in the unit and the status of their commissioning. The session was conducted by Mr. Manoranjan Kumar, AGM HSM 2. Another topic deliberated in the workshops was Vedic mathematics, and the session was taken by Mr. P. Satyanarayan, GM RCL. The session included tips on quick mental calculations in terms of multiplication, square root, cube root, etc. without using a calculator. An interaction session was also held on this occasion. The program was coordinated by Mr. Ashish Ranjan, GM RCL. 20 women from periphery blocks of Kuarmunda, Nuagaon, Bisra and Lachikata as well as slum areas were trained in various nuances of sewing in a program organized at the Institute of Periphery Development of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant on 23rd February 2022. Mr. C.R. Mahapatra, CGM in charge MM and Marketing, was the chief guest in the concluding function, while Mr. A.K. Nayak, CGM TA and CSR, was the guest of honor. Other distinguished guests present on the occasion included Mr. Naskar, Regional Manager Eastern Zone Usha Silai, Mr. Guru Prasad Mahanti, representative of Gram Uthan, Ms. Munmun Mitra, GM CSR, and Mr. D. Pradhan, DGM CSR. The program aimed at not only making the women proficient in sewing, but also to be able to train others and start their own enterprises. The program was so designed and selection was made strategically so that each trainer has a good catchment area in terms of customers for steady income. The trainees were provided with sewing machines so that they can start training the girls and women of their vicinity immediately and also add to their income. In the 15-day-long program, the participants were trained in assembling and installations of sewing machines, cutting and stitching of various garments. The sewing machines and the training support have been provided by Usha, while the raw material for the training was given by RSP. The project will be monitored on a routine basis by Gram Uthan, the associate partner in the project, to ensure sustainability of the program.
A program on Shrujini Creativity Scheme was organized at Rolling Mill Conference Hall on 26th February. Mr. P.A.K. Mishra, GM Crane Maintenance, presided over the meeting and presented the awards to the winners of the scheme for their valuable suggestions. Present on the occasion were Mr. S.S. Punia, Manager IED, and other senior officers and employees of the department. In all, 114 suggestions were awarded, of which 55 have already been implemented. Cash award to the tune of Rs 12,700 have been credited in the accounts of the recipients. One-time benefit accrued from the implemented suggestions is rupees 60,000, while the recurring benefit is around rupees 29.37 crore. About 100 new suggestions were generated during the Mela. Mr. Punia briefed the gathering about the status of Shrujini in the plant and department in particular. Mr. D. Soren, Deputy Manager Crane Maintenance, welcomed the gathering and coordinated the event. A two-day mushroom cultivation training was organized at the Institute of Periphery Development of Rourkela Steel Plant on 24th and 25th February 2022. Ms. Munmun Mitra, GM CSR, presided over the closing session of the training program. Also present were other officials of the department. In all, 15 women from Bijadi, Joba Panposh, Jamsera, Dalposh from Bisra block attended the training program. The sessions included theoretical inputs on Dhingri Chattu mushroom cultivation process along with practical demonstration. After the completion of the training program, each trainee is given a bottle of mushroom seed to cultivate at their respective places and motivate others for the same. The training was imparted by master trainers Mr. Tintas Vengra and Mr. Benedict Eka, both from CSR department. The function was coordinated by Mr. Benedict Eka.
A program on Surajne Creativity Scheme was organized for the employees of Air Conditioning Department at RNC Lab on 25th January. Mr. M. Mins, GM, AC presided over the meeting and presented the awards to the winners of the scheme for their valuable suggestions. Present on the occasion were Mr. B.K. Behra, AGM, IED, and other officers and employees of the department. In all, 34 suggestions were awarded, of which 19 have already been implemented. Cash award to the tune of Rs 4,000 have been credited in the accounts of the recipients. Implementation of these suggestions has led to one-time saving of Rs 46.05 lakhs along with several intangible benefits. More than 50 new suggestions were generated during the Mela. Mr. Behra briefed the gathering about the status of Surajne in the plant and department in particular. Mr. J. Prushti, Senior Technician AC, coordinated the event and also proposed a formal vote of thanks. 3 students of Ispat English Medium School, Sector 20 of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant have brought laurels to a steel city by registering remarkable performance in the National Talent Search Examination 2021. The meritorious students are Ms. Sangeeta Sarangi, daughter of Mrs. Pushpanjali Sarangi, and Mr. Devraj Sarangi, Senior Technician HSM 1, Ms. P. Amrita, daughter of Mrs. Jyotsna Rani Panda, and Mr. Pramod Kumar Panda, Master Technician, Shops, Structural and Fabrication, and Mr. Aditya Prakash Shetty, son of Mrs. Reena Shetty and Mr. Ramchandra Shetty, SOST, SMS 2 Department. The brilliant students were felicitated in a ceremony organized on 24th February 2022 at IEMS Sector 20, in which Mr. Banamali Kar, Principal of the school, Mr. UC Patnayak, Senior Manager Education, and guardians of the students were present. Mr. Kar appreciated the efforts of these students and teachers of the school and the parents of their contribution towards the success of the students. Mr. Patnayak praised the dedication and determination of the students. The students in turn profusely thanks the teacher and parents for the guidance and uninstant support. It is worth mentioning here that Amrita aspires to be an engineer, while Sangeeta and Aditya Prakash are aiming at becoming doctors. That's all for the news today. Namaskar.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.